Well, everybody, and a tremendous Tuesday afternoon to you as we come your way from Pasasdena High School as the Nitros continue Pacific League action, taking on the Bulldogs. Leading things off will be David Edom, followed by Ethan Aldretti, then Darian Jenks. As Edom steps into the batter's box, we get set to get this thing underway. Edom comes into the contest hitting .343 on the season, has an on-base percentage of .531, and the first pitch taken low, ball one. So 1-0 the count. He has 12 hits on the season, 10 singles and 2 doubles. Next pitch swinging, that's pop foul back out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. He has 19 stolen bases, 10 walks, on-base percentage of .531. In league play, he's hitting .455. So having a pretty good league, hampered by a hip flexor injury. Is ready and deals. Next pitch over for strike 2. Down the count, a ball and 2 strikes. Your pitcher is Albi Castro. Take a look at his numbers in a moment. Here's the 1 ball, 2 strike count. Swinging, foul back. He comes into the contest, does Castro, with a 4-1 mark. He's appeared in 6 games. He's pitched in 30 innings. Allowed 17 hits, 8 runs, only 4 earned. 33 strikeouts and 12 walks. Here's the next pitch on the way. Curveball waved at and missed, and down he goes. So Edom strikes out. We've got 1 down, and that brings to the plate Ethan Aldretti. Aldretti hitting .250 on the season. Has 9 hits, all of them singles. He has walked 7 times, been hit by a pitch, on-base percentage of .372. Castro into his windup, and the next pitch is a fastball over for a strike. So 0-1 the count to Aldretti. Game just underway. Glad to have you along here from Pasasdena High School. He has a win percentage of .800. There's a ball batted up the third base side. Third baseman has it, throws to first in plenty of time, and David Banuelos makes the play, and we've got 2 down. Defensively for the Bulldogs, from left to right in the outfield, Connor Terry, Nick Moran, and Christian Zambrano. From third to first across the infield, you've got David Banuelos, Jacob Green, Hugo Escobedo, Ramon Ramirez behind the plate, Adrian DePasquale, and Albi Castro up on the mound. Jenks takes the first pitch low, ball 1. He comes into the contest hitting .250 on the season, has 12 singles. He's also walked 4 times. On base percentage, .302, takes the next pitch over for a strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Nitros come into the contest with a 3-12-1 mark overall. They're 0-6 in Pacific League. Meanwhile, the Bulldogs, as the next pitch is swung on and fouled back. Bulldogs come into the contest with a record of 12-7, and they're 3-3 in league play. So Kovarik on deck, then Wong, Trent, Titchener, Harley, and Doe rounding out the lineup for the Nitros here today against the Bulldogs. Here's the next pitch. Swinging, there's a ground ball toward their hole. At short, goes into left field for a base hit, and Jenks is aboard. So with 2 outs, you got a base hit, and that brings to the plate the cleanup hitter, Thomas Kovarik. Kovarik will take the mound for the Nitros in this contest. Comes in hitting .240 overall. He has 6 hits, 4 singles. He has a double and a home run. That home run coming at Northview back in the preseason days or pre-league days. Swing at the first pitch, he fouls it off. First base side, that goes back out of play. Strike 1 the count. The team batting average for the Nitros coming into today is hitting .229. On base percentage .360. That is overall, including all 16 games they played in. When you take a look at their league team batting average, they're hitting .191. Next pitch swung on, fouled back. And Kovarik now down the count, 0-2. The opposition hitting .276 on the season with an on-base percentage of .433. Nitros have been struggling as of late and looking to break out of this slump that they're in. They've been outscored 17-12 in the first inning of ball games. Here's the pitch, swung on, fouled back. So Kovarik up there battling with 2 outs and a runner at first. Jenks being held on there by Ramirez at first base. He had a 2-out single into left field to reach. Castro working from the stretch. Into his delivery. There goes the runner. The pitch taken for a ball to throw down to second, not in time. It was on the shortstop side of the bag with Green covering, and Jenks with a stolen base. Now an RBI opportunity for Kovaric. And for Jenks, take a look at his stolen base record, and that is his third stolen base of the season. Swing and a miss, and down goes Kovaric, and that ends the top half of the first inning. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left at the end of half an inning. Nitros nothing, Bulldogs coming up. We're back after this.
You're a whole new generation. You're loving what they do. I put a Pepsi in the motion, but that choice is up to you. Hey, you're the Pepsi generation. Girls are down and taste the thrill of the day and feel the Pepsi way. Taste the thrill of the day and feel the Pepsi way. You're a whole new generation.
Sometimes I dream that here's me. Got to see that's how I dream to be.
I dream I move,
I move,
I dream I groove, like Mike. If I could be like Mike,
I wanna be like mine.
like Mike. If I could be like Mike,
Be like mine.
be like Mike,
Oh,
be like Mike.
yeah, I try. Just need to fly.
Just one day if I could be that way. I dream I move,
Dream I groove, like Mike. If I could be like Mike, like Mike. If I could be like Mike, like Mike. If I could be like Mike.
So we move to the bottom of the first inning. Due up for the Bulldogs, leading things off will be Connor Terry, check that, followed by Jacob Green, then Albie Castro. Adrian DePasquale hitting fourth, Hugo Escobedo fifth, and David Banuelo sixth. And then rounding out the lineup, Ramon Ramirez, Nick Moran, and Christian Zambrano. Defensively for the Nitros, they will set up shop this way from left to right in the outfield. Seth Harley, Ethan Aldretti, and Mike Titchener. Third to first across the infield, you've got Andrew Doe, Darian Jenks, David Edom, Trent Lucerian at first, Nolan Wong behind the plate, and Thomas Kovaric up on the mound. He comes into the contest with a record of 1-4, has an ERA of 6.36. He's pitched in 25 and a third innings, struck out 24. He's walked 38. He's allowed 26 runs, only 23 earned on 19 hits, and he does have 5 hit batters. Working from the stretch, big right-handed pitcher is ready, and the first pitch is swung on and fouled off. First base side back out of play. So Terry leading things off here for the Bulldogs. Comes in with a .278 batting average. He has 10 hits, 6 RBIs, 8 runs scored. Does have a double and a triple on the season. Takes the next pitch high. That evens the count at a ball and a strike. He's walked 7 times, has 9 strikeouts, been hit by a pitch 5 times. Looking to lead things off. For the Bulldogs here in the bottom of the first inning, takes the next pitch low, and the count goes to 2 balls and a strike. You take a look at the matchup between these two clubs over the years, and the Nitros have had some success. Pasadena leads the series 21-8 in the last 29. Swinging as a fly ball down the right field line. Titchener giving chase. That's going to be a foul ball just to the right side of the foul pole line. And that should even the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Nitros actually had a 2-game win streak going against the Bulldogs. They finished up 2016 with a 3-0 no-hitter victory, and then they came back and won 8-3 in the first game last year, a game in which David Edom pitched and got the victory. And then the Bulldogs came back and won the second game last year by a score of 5-2. So the last couple of years, it's been a split series between these two clubs. Here's the 2-2 pitch, check swing in the dirt, and the count runs full now, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Of all the teams in league play, the Nitros have had the most success against Pasasdena, winning 8 games. Next would be Muir with 6. And you ask about Hoover. Well, Hoover would be 6 wins for the Nitros as well. The 2-2 pitch is a line drive, snagged by Darian Jenks at short, saving a base hit. And Terry lines out. We've got 1 down. So we've got 1 away, and that brings to the plate Jacob Green. Green hitting .438 on the season. He has 21 hits, including 2 doubles, 9 RBIs, and 10 runs scored for the senior. Left-handed batter taking the pitch low for ball 1. He's walked 9 times, struck out 11, been hit by a pitch a couple times as well. Looks like the Bulldogs have left a lot of men on over the years. Takes the pitch high. He's left 26 men on. Terry's left 18. They're 12-7, 3-3 overall in Pacific League play here, going into, what is this, the 4th week of league play? Pitch over for strike for Thomas. So 2 balls, 1 strike, the count to Green. Left-handed batter with 1 away. Thomas is ready and delivers the next pitch. Swung on, fouled off, and the count evens at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So Thomas is ready. Into his motion and delivers, and the pitch foul tip caught by the catcher, and Green will strike out. We've got 2 away. And that brings up the pitcher, Alvy Castro, trying to perhaps help his cause with 2 outs. Castro on the season, a senior, hitting .362, has 21 hits, which is tied with Green for tops on the team. He's driven in 16 runs, which leads the team. He's scored 16 times, which also leads the team. A right-handed batter wearing number 10. And here's the pitch from Kovarik. Swinging, there's a drive towards center field. The center fielder, Aldretti's going back, reaches up, can't get it, falls to the ground. The ball's going to the fence. On his way to third is Castro. He's looking 3. Aldretti with it, gets it back in, and they're going to hold Castro to a triple. And with 2 outs, Castro's aboard in scoring position with a 2-out triple. So 2 outs for Adrian DePasquale, wearing number 15, the catcher, the battery mate with an RBI opportunity now to try to put the Bulldogs in the lead. DePasquale, a senior as well, hitting .385 on the season, has 20 hits, has 14 RBIs, which is second on the club for the Bulldogs. He's scored 8 times, does have 4 doubles. And you've got the go-ahead run 90 feet away. First pitch swinging, pops it up, foul territory around the plate. Nolan Wong looking for it, circling around the plate area, and it goes back out of play. So it looked like initially he had a chance at it, but then the ball just carried out of play. And so 1 strike to count to the catcher for the Bulldogs. If you're thinking about strikeouts, he's only struck out 7 times, only walked 3 times, so he is a contact hitter. He has left 28 men on base. Looking for number 29, got a delay in the action as the catcher's mask needs fixing. On deck, Hugo Escobedo. Take a look at Thomas and what he's done this past year as far as pitching goes. His last outing was against Arcadia at home. He went 2 innings. He struck out 1, walked 5, allowed 6 runs, only 5 earned on 2 hits, and he hit a batter in the loss. Then prior to that, he pitched at Burbank and at Burroughs, both going 4 2/3 innings, taking a loss, giving up 4 earned runs in each of those games. So the Nitros, they've got this week against Pasasdena. Next game will be Friday at Glendale at 3:30. Then next week, They play Muir Monday and Thursday. Monday at 3:30 and then Thursday at 3:30. And then they go into the CV week and then the Hoover week, and then the game or the season is over. Nitros trying to do a little better than they landed the last couple of years, and if they can pick up some wins here down the stretch, they could surpass the 4-win mark from 2 years ago. But right now with a 3-12-1 record. Second year in a row they've tied. Last year they tied Flint Ridge Prep 3-3. So now we're ready to resume action. The pitch to DePasquale is over for strike 2. And now Thomas a pitch away from getting out of it. He struck out 6 against Southgate and at Burroughs. Those were season highs for him. Looking for the first here. Here's the 0-2 offering. Swinging, that's a fly ball down the right field line, and that's going to drop in front of Titchener for a base hit. That scores Castro from third, and with 2 outs, the Bulldogs with Rowley plating a run, and they lead it 1-0. So runner at first, a run across, and that brings up Hugo Escobedo. And we've got time at the plate. Hugo Escobedo batting. Hitting .300 on the season. Has 6 hits, 3 runs scored, and an RBI. Looks like he's a sophomore. He's only appeared in 7 games, so getting a chance here. Takes the pitch over for a strike. Letter high strike, fastball from Thomas. So 1-0 Bulldogs. So the Nitros this year now have been outscored in the first inning of ball games, 18-12. Takes a pitch at the shoestrings for strike 2. So 0-2 the count now to the sophomore, Escobedo. Last year, Pasasdena went 13-13. The year before that, they were 10-17. They've had pretty good success here in Pacific League over the years. The next pitch swinging, he fouls it off. Stays alive, 0-2 the count. David Banuelos on deck for the Bulldogs. Crescenta Valley and Arcadia both 6-0, sitting atop Pacific League. Burroughs 4-2. Pasadena and Muir 3-3. Burbank 2-4. Then Hoover and Glendale. Cellar Dwellers at 0-6. Pitch just missing low. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. So besides the Pasadena-Glendale series, you've got Burbank taking on Hoover this week, CV and Muir, and then Burroughs and Arcadia. Runner with his lead away from first. Here's the pitch to the plate in the dirt, and the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. So DePasquale on at first. His base hit drove in Castro, who had a 2-out triple to center field. And Escobedo, the sophomore, now at the plate. Here's the 2-2. Chases a fastball, gets a piece of it, fouls it off. So he stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. As far as stolen bases go, Castro, who scored, leads the team for the Bulldogs with 7. So Kovaric working from the stretch, runner with his lead. There goes the runner. The pitch is a ball. The throw down to second is not in time. It doesn't matter. Oh, they've got hitter's interference on the throw down to second base. And so we've got an out recorded. And we'll have to see how that plays out. But you've got a run on 2 hits, no errors, and no men left on. At the end of 1-0 Bulldogs. We are back after this.
Cocaine to smile makes me feel good. Makes me feel nice. Have a Coke and a smile. That's the way it should be. I like to see the whole world smiling with me. Coca-Cola and Sprite. Have a Coke and a smile. A Coke and a smile. To a light up the beat. Shine on me. Turn on the sun. Have a Coke and a smile. That's the way it should be. I like to see the whole world smile.
So we head to the second inning with the Bulldogs leading by a score of 1-0, and due up for the Nitros, you've got Wong, Trent Lucerian, and Mike Titchener, if anyone should get on, Seth Harley. So again, Castro coming out for his second inning of work, gave up a hit and 2 strikeouts in his first inning of work. He's 4-1 in 6 appearances, has an ERA of .93. Looks like he's their one main gun on the mound. Jacob Green, 2-1 with 3 saves. Looks like the Castro-Green combination is the combination that gets Pasasdena their victories. Castro's pitched in 30 innings, allowed 17 hits, only 4 earned runs, 8 overall. He struck out 33 and walked 12. And he throws the first pitch over for a strike to the left-handed hitting catcher for the Nitros. With the 2 strikeouts in the first inning, that runs his total now to 35 on the season. So Nolan at the plate, looking to get things going here in the second inning, takes a pitch on the inside corner for strike 2. Wong hitting .263 on the season, has 10 hits, all of them singles. He's walked 7 times, been hit by a pitch, so has an on-base percentage of .391. Castro looking in to get the sign, working from the windup, is ready, and number 10 deals, and the pitch waved at and missed, and down goes Wong. So Wong strikes out. That's the 3rd strikeout for Castro here in this ball game, and that brings up Trent Lucerian. Hitting .219 on the season, has 7 hits, 5 singles, including 2 doubles. He's walked 3 times. He has an on-base percentage of .286. Castro with the glove up over his face now has his sign and is ready and deals, and the pitch just off the mark outside. Ball 1 the count. Trent will probably pitch on Friday. .219 batting average, .286 on base percentage. I believe that was in there. Can't really see the scoreboard from here. Don't even know if they're operating the balls and strikes. Sure they are, just can't see it. Here's the next pitch to Trent, swinging. There's a soft liner back to the pitcher, Castro, who jumps up off the mound, makes the catch, and we've got 2 down. Two down, and that brings up Mike Titchener. Hitting .276 on the season, has 8 hits, 7 singles, and a double. He's walked twice, been hit by a pitch, on base percentage, .344. Swings and gets a piece of it, but the catcher catches it, strike 1. So Castro looking to make quick work of the Nitros here in the second inning. Bulldogs on top, 1-0. They got a run in the first. Next pitch swinging, there's a one-hopper to the first baseman, Ramirez. He scoops it, takes it to the bag, and the inning comes to a close. So the Nitros gone in order at the end of an inning and a half, 1-0 Bulldogs. We're back after this.
Dr. Pepper and I'm proud. I used to be alone in a crowd, but now you look around these days, there seems to be a Dr. Pepper craze. I'm a pepper, he's a pepper, she's a pepper, we're a pepper, wouldn't you like to be a pepper too? I'm a pepper, he's a pepper, she's a pepper, if you drink Dr. Pepper, you're a pepper too. Us peppers are an interesting breed. An original taste is what we need. Ask any pepper and he'll say, only Dr. Pepper tastes that way. I'm a pepper, he's a pepper, she's a pepper, we're a pepper, wouldn't you like to be a pepper too? I'm a pepper, he's a pepper, she's a pepper, we're a pepper, wouldn't you like to be a pepper too? Be a pepper, drink Dr. Pepper. Come on! Be a pepper, drink Dr. Pepper. Right. Be a pepper, drink Dr. Pepper.
So we head to the bottom of the second inning with the score 1-0 Pasasdena on top. And do it for the Bulldogs. You've got Banuelos, Ramirez, and Moran. Moran, check that, 6, 7, and 8 in the lineup. So the out went to Escobedo on that catcher's interference. And so you would leave, I guess, a man on for the Bulldogs last inning. So Banuelos standing in, right-handed batter, takes a pitch low. Ball 1. Banuelos on the season hitting .312, has 15 hits. He's driven in 9 and scored 9. Takes the next pitch low and away. Where's number 2? He's a senior. He's also pitched in 3 innings this year. He's appeared in all 19 games. He's hitting .312 in those 19 games. Swings at the next pitch and fouls it back. Does have a couple doubles. He's walked 11 times, struck out 8. Also been hit by a pitch 3 times. Here's the next pitch from Kovarik. Taken high. So Thomas, working from the stretch with nobody on, is into his motion and deals, and the pitch is swung on. That's popped up on the infield grass. The pitcher, Thomas, coming off the mound, first base side to make the catch. We've got one down. That brings up Ramon Ramirez, the first baseman that just made the final out of the top half of this inning. Fielding the ball, taking it to the bag himself. He's a senior, appeared in 8 games, hitting .231 on the season. He's got 3 hits. He's scored twice. He's driven in 1. Or number 14, right-handed batter, takes a pitch low, ball 1. He's walked once, struck out 4 times. On base percentage, .286. 1-0 Bulldogs here in the home half of the second inning. The next pitch is taken low, and the count goes to 2-0. So the Nitros in second inning of ball games this year hasn't gone too well for them. They've been outscored 21-1 coming into today. In fact, in the last 6 games, they've been outscored 66-8, averaging about 11 runs given up per game. There's a line drive base hit into right center field. That could be extra bases. Nope, Titchener there to pick it up and get it back in. That limits Ramirez to a base hit. Third hit of the ball game for the Bulldogs. 1 out, 1 on for Nick Moran, the center fielder. We're in number 9, a senior, appeared in 18 games, has a batting average of .219. 7 hits. He's scored 6 times. He's driven in 5. Does have a double and a home run. So 5 singles, a double, and a home run. The pitch taken high, ball 1. He leads the team in strikeouts with 14. Been hit by a pitch twice. You've got Ramirez taking his lead away from first, being held on there by Trent. Thomas takes a look over. Now he comes set at the belt and delivers a pitch to the plate. Fastball letter high for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. On deck, Christian Zambrano. It's been a while since the Bulldogs competed for a league championship. The pitch taken high, ball 2. They did come in second place back in 2014 with an 11-3 record. CV won the championship that year. 12-1 was their mark. And that's been about it. When you look at Pasasdena, though, their sport is basketball. They're a quite successful basketball program. Have been for years. Big swing and a miss by Moran. 2 strikes now. Thomas with 1 strikeout, looking for number 2. Pasasdena lost to CV 7-1 and 8-3 in the first week of league play. And then there was a split with Burroughs. They lost 4-1 and beat Burroughs 7-1 as the pitch is taken for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count. And then Pasasdena in week 3, they beat Hoover 8-0 and 10-3. And that's where we stand coming into this week against the Nitros. Ramirez with his lead from first. There he goes, the pitch swinging. It's a fly ball towards shallow center field. You've got a triangle of Nitros, and nobody's going to get there, but the right fielder Titchener is going to pick it up and throw to second to get the force out. As Ramirez thought the ball was going to be caught in the outfield, he started to retreat to first. And since nobody was able to make the catch, Titchener wisely picked up the ball and threw it to second base to get a force. And now the runner goes to second. They try to get him at second, but the ball is dropped, and you've got Moran at second base now. "7-6 on the fielder's choice," or actually 9-6 on the fielder's choice. And so with 2 outs, you've got a runner at second for the number 9 hitter, Christian Zambrano. So Moran taking a base there, getting the opportunity. And an RBI opportunity now for Zambrano. He's a junior, hitting .364 on the season. Takes a pitch for ball 1. He has 8 hits on the season, 2 RBIs, and 11 runs scored to go along with that .364 batting average. 5 strikeouts, 2 walks, and been hit by a pitch 4 times. Moran taking his lead from second. Here's the pitch to the plate, taken high. Zambrano thought about showing the bunt. 2-0 the count. Bulldogs lead at 1-0. They got a run in the first. With 2 outs, they've got an RBI opportunity with a runner at second. There's the next pitch in the dirt. 3-0. On deck, the leadoff hitter, Connor Terry. So Thomas digging in up on the mound, has the pitch that he wants. Showing bunt at the plate with a 3-0 count. And it's high, ball 4. And Zambrano draws the walk. First walk offered up by Kovarik, and that will send Coach Chan out to the mound to talk to his pitcher. And that brings up the leadoff hitter, Connor Terry. Terry's 0 for 1. He lined out to short. A nice play by Jenks at short to glove the ball and keep it from going into center field for a base hit. One of the Achilles heels, I guess you could say, for the Nitros this year is the free pass that the pitching staff has given up. They've given up 110 walks now on the season. Plus, they've hit 22 batters. So that's 132 free passes in 104 2/3 innings coming into today. So that brings to the plate Connor Henry. He's 0 for 1. He went 1 for 2 in his last game against Hoover back on the 10th of April. It was an 8-0 victory. Went 0 for 3 against Burroughs the game before that. 0 for 1 here. Got runners on at first and second. And now Kovarik steps off. So Moran on at second. He reached on the fielder's choice and then took second base. In that same sequence, Zambrano with the 2-out walk. Here's the pitch to the plate. Called for strike, down around the knees. 0-1 the count. We're in the second. These two teams will match up again on Friday. 3:30 start time from Sam Harvey Field. Infield playing back with 2 outs. Outfield playing straight away. Jenks trying to keep the runner close at second. The next pitch to the plate. Taken high with a fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike the count now to Terry. On deck, Jacob Green. Terry with only 9 strikeouts on the season. Swings at the next pitch. Down in the count now. A ball and 2 strikes. He did have a 2-hit ball game against Salesian in a 6-1 victory. And a 2-hit ball game against St. Anthony in an 11-0 victory. He did drive in 3 in that Salesian game as well. There's the pitch. Curveball over for strike 3. I don't know if that fooled him or if he was thinking maybe fastball, because he just watched that pitch go by and Terry strikes out, and that does end the inning. No runs. There was a hit, a walk, no errors, and 2 men left on. We head to the 3rd inning. And for Kovarik, he picks up his second strikeout of the ball game. 1-0. We head to the 3rd. We're back after this.
Arroyo Vista Inn is a historic bed and breakfast centrally located in the hills of South Pasadena, just 15 minutes from downtown L.A. They offer 9 unique rooms with beautiful views, cozy beds, and modern amenities. Enjoy impeccable service, daily breakfast, and afternoon refreshments. All rates include breakfast, parking, Wi-Fi, and tax. Check them out on the web at ArroyoVistaInn.com or call them at 323-478-7300. Are you in the market for real estate services? Then you need Michelle Downing. Michelle combines years of experience and knowledge to get the job done right. Michelle Downing is a founding partner of Partners Trust Real Estate in Pasadena. Whether buying or selling, you need Michelle Downing. She will help you find the residence that is perfect for you. Call Michelle at 626-696-4848. Check her out on the web at thepartnerstrust.com.
So we head to the third inning. 1-0 is the score, and due up for the Nitros, you've got Harley, Doe, and then we flip it. Top of the lineup. So the Nitros get out of the second inning without giving up a run, but now they head into the third inning where they've been outscored 26-16. Castro out for his third inning of work. He's given up a hit and 3 strikeouts. So Harley would lead things off. He's 2 for 15 on the season, hitting $133. Both hits singles. He has walked 6 times, so his on-base percentage .381. Big right-handed batter standing in, and the pitch is taken high, ball 1. So Castro delivers the next pitch, fastball, waved at and missed. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. In his last outing against Burroughs, in which they won 7-1, he went 6 1/3 innings. Allowed a run, 1 hit, struck out 11, walked 3. So the Nitros facing a good pitcher here in Castro. Next pitch, over for strike 2. Pretty efficient, too, with his pitches. Not really putting too many outside the zone. 11 strikeouts, a season high for him. Swinging, there's a chopper toward the third base side, and the third base, well, first off, Castro thought he was going to pick it up, and so the third baseman, Banuelos, kind of gave up on the play, and then Castro wasn't able to field it, and by the time Banuelos got there, Harley's on at first with a base hit. Second hit of the ball game, and that brings up Andrew Doe. Doe hitting $136 on the season, has 3 hits, all of them singles. He's walked twice, been hit by a pitch twice. So he has an on-base percentage of .296. So Harley on at first, the pitch to the plate, over for a strike. 0-1 the count to Doe. Harley representing the tying run at first, being held on there by Ramirez. Castro working from the stretch. Is ready and deals, and the next pitch swinging. There's a fly ball down the right field line, hooking foul. The right fielder Zambrano going to take a look, but I believe that's back out of play. Castro had 8 strikeouts against Salesian, his second highest number on the season, and then in his first outing back on the 24th of February against Orange, he struck out 7. So he has 33 coming into today, 3 so far today, so that makes it 36 if my math is right. Here's the next pitch, taken low. Ball 1 to Doe. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. So an opportunity for the Nitros here in the third inning to try to get on the board. Next pitch swung on and missed, and down he goes. So Doe strikes out, the 4th strikeout for Castro, and that brings to the plate Edom. He's 0 for 1, struck out his first time up. He's hitting .455 in league play coming into today with an on-base percentage of .500. And again, the team on-base percentage in league play, .191 coming into today. Right-handed pitcher versus a right-handed batter. And the pitch swinging, there's a ground ball to the right side. That gets into right field for a base hit. So Doe, or check that Harley, stops at second base. A single for David, and so hopefully that will bust him out of his mini slump, although he has been affected by a hip flexor injury. And that brings up Ethan Aldretti. Aldretti in league play, hitting .231. He has 3 hits, all of them singles. So Harley taking his lead away from second, David from first, and the pitch taken low, ball 1. So now we'll see how Castro responds with a little bit of pressure on him. Runners taking the leads. Here's the next pitch. Swinging. There's a fly ball towards shallow right field. You've got the second baseman fading out on the outfield grass to make the catch, and we've got 2 down. So 2 outs, and that brings up Darian Jenks. He singled his first time up with 2 outs in that first inning and then stole second base. In league play, he's hitting .250. That's just the games in Pacific League, so that's a 6-game. Now we've got time on the and so now Darian's helmet's going to be tossed out because of a jagged edge. Not to be confused with the jagged little pill. So we've got a delay in the action as Darian has to get a new helmet. So Harley got a base hit, and then Doe struck out. Davin got a base hit. Aldretti pops up to the second baseman. On the outfield grass, we've got 2 down, and Darian Jenks coming to the plate. Got 4 hits in league play, 12 hits overall. He has 10 RBIs, so a base hit here should bring in Harley with 2 outs. He should be running on contact. And so here we go. Castro back up on the mound. Jenks, right-handed batter's box. There's the stretch and the pitch. Curveball, taken high, ball 1. 1-0 the count. Thomas Kovarik, the pitcher, on deck. So the Nitros in the 3rd inning of ball games this year. Remember, they've scored 16 runs. That's the most they've scored in an inning as the next pitch is fouled off. And so now's the time to do something if they're going to do it. You take a look back at the last few games. They got shut out against Arcadia in their last game, 10-0. Only scored 2 against Arcadia in the first game. And then a couple of back-to-back 1-run games for them as the pitch is fouled off to Jenks. They did score 19 at Desert Christian. They got Paramount 7-4 and a 5-4 victory over Monroe. So 7 is the most that they've gotten outside of that 19-2 victory. Swinging, there's a ground ball towards short, taken there by Green. He's going to fire across the diamond to first, scooped out of the dirt by the first baseman Ramirez, and that ends the threat as the Nitros go down. 6-3 on the putout. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on at the end of 2.5. We head to the bottom of the 3rd. Bulldogs lead at 1-0. We're back after this.
Do your child a favor and open a checking and savings account for them at Los Angeles Federal Credit Union. Los Angeles Federal Credit Union helps young people make smart financial choices with free financial literacy classes and low-rate loan programs customized for first-time borrowers. Great customer service, financially secure, Los Angeles Federal Credit Union is the smart choice for you and your child's future. Visit them online at www.lafcu.org. Los Angeles Federal Credit Union, your financial source for life. Do you want to be a part of a television studio audience? Audiences Unlimited has been helping people see their favorite sitcoms live since 1982. Hit shows such as Growing Pains, Home Improvement, Friends, Will and Grace, and 2.5 Men. Contact AudienceSunlimited.com to get your chance to visit a working studio lot, be on the set of popular television shows, and see your favorite stars in person. They offer free tickets on their website. They also offer fundraising opportunities for groups of 10 or more. Visit www.AudienceSunlimited.com and get your free TV tickets today. This is a unique Hollywood experience not to be missed.
So we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. 1-0 Pasadena on top. And due up for the Bulldogs, you've got Green, Castro, and DePasquale. 2, 3, and 4 in the lineup. Green 0 for 1 struck out his first time up. That was his 12th strikeout of the season. He did go 4 for 4 against Hoover in his last outing on the 13th of April. That was the 10-3 victory. Went 2 for 3 in the first game against Hoover, so he went 6 for 7. Drove in 4. He had a good series against the Tornadoes. Left-handed batter standing in, looking to lead things off in the 3rd inning here for Pasadena. And Kovarik is ready and deals, showing bunt. Takes a pitch high, ball 1. Thomas out for his 3rd inning of work. He's given up a run, 3 hits, 2 strikeouts, and a walk. A sophomore up on the hill for Glendale. Next pitch taken high, ball 2, 2-0. Green had a series of games, 6-game hitless streak before the series with Hoover, and he got healthy quick against Hoover. Showing bunt, takes a pitch on the corner, outside part of the plate for a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. Here's the next offering on the way. Swing and a miss, taking a big cut. Comes up empty. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. So Thomas, 1 pitch away from picking up his 3rd strikeout. Green did have a 3 strikeout game at the plate against Burrows. Waves at that one, chasing one upstairs, and down he goes. And so Green strikes out for the 2nd time. That's the 3rd strikeout for Kovarik. And for the 4th time this year, Green has struck out at least twice. 1 down, and that brings up Alvy Castro. He tripled and scored on the base hit in the 1st inning. Coming into today, hitting .362, and that will go up with that hit that he had, the triple. Off-speed pitch taken low, ball 1. In fact, for Castro, that was his 4th triple of the season. 1-0 the count. Thomas sets at the belt, into a stretch and delivers, and the pitch swinging. That's a fly ball towards shallow left field. Looks like Jenks, the shortstop, just out on the grass, makes the catch, and we've got 2 down. So 2 up, 2 down, and that brings up Adrian D. Pasquale. He singled, drove in a run in the 1st inning, and then he was trying to steal second base when Hugo Escobedo interfered with the catcher's throw down to second base, and an out was recorded, and he was basically left stranded. Right-handed hitter standing in. Takes the pitch high, ball 1. Again, hitting .385 coming into today. He went 0 for 4 against Hoover in the last game, the 2nd game. In the 1st game, 1 for 1 with a couple of walks, including a double. Pitch outside, ball 2, 2-0. Had pretty good success against CV as well when they opened up the season against them in the league's part of the season. Next pitch taken low, 3-0. So 1-0 here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Pasadena on top, got their run in the 1st inning. Pitchers duel ever since then. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike. 3 balls, 1 strike to count. Pasadena with a run on 3 hits, and they've left 3. There's ball 4. And so D. Pasquale draws a 2-out walk. 2nd walk of the ball game for Thomas. And that brings to the plate Hugo Escobedo, the sophomore. So D. Pasquale was on the move in the 1st inning. Let's see if he's on the move here in this inning, taking his lead away from first, being held on there by Trent. The pitch to the plate, swung on and missed. Strike 1, a big cut there by Escobedo. So Escobedo's 0 for 1 with the catcher's interference. I believe the out is credited to the catcher as a putout. Thomas taking a look at first. D. Pasquale with his lead. Trent holding them on, trying to keep him close. Now they're going to throw over there. Adrian gets back to the bag. Pitch taken high to the plate. Doesn't look like D. Pasquale has any stolen bases this year. So he might be sensing an opportunity to swipe his first bag. There he goes. The pitch swinging. There's a line drive base hit into left field. It's bobbled in left field by Harley, and that's going to allow the runner to go to 3rd. So D. Pasquale takes 3rd on the error by the outfielder. It's a base hit for Escobedo. fourth hit of the ball game. For the Bulldogs, runners at the corners, and that brings up David Banuelos. He popped up to the pitcher his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Banuelos, right-handed batter, wearing number 2, has an RBI opportunity with a runner down the line at third. Here's the pitch to the plate, swinging. Popped up towards third base. Doe on the dirt, calling for it. Even with the bag, is there to make the catch, and the Nitros get out of it. So no runs, a hit, 1 error, and you've got 2 men left on. So we head to the fourth inning, 1-0. Bulldogs on top. We're back after this.
Are you looking to rearrange your room? Don't leave it in the hands of your man. Let Interiors by Jada provide you with a design concept that will make your room feel comfortable and be beautifully functional. Interiors by Jada is dedicated to giving you a perfectly designed space any place in your home. Whether it be the living room, kitchen, bedroom, or bath, their focus is to make each space a place of beauty while creating functionality and use. Put your room in the hands of the professionals. Contact Interiors by Jada at 818-481-8992 or check them out on the web at www.interiorsbyjada.com.
So we head to the fourth inning. Nitros trailing by a score of 1-0 and due up for Glendale. You'll have Kovaric, Wong, and Lucerarian, 4, 5, and 6 in the lineup. The Nitros in 4 innings, or in the fourth inning, I should say, have been outscored this year 14-5. They're riding an 8-game losing streak right now. Start out the season 2-2-1, and they've won 1 game since. .312-1 on the season, 0-6 in league play. So Kovaric leading things off, hitting .250 in league play, has an RBI. He's walked 3 times. So his on-base percentage in league play, .500. Missed the game at Arcadia with an arm injury, but now he's back in there pitching and hitting here today. Here's the pitch from Castro. Starts the fourth inning with a pitch in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. So Castro through 3 innings, 4 strikeouts, 3 hits. Pitch taken high, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Kovaric in non-league play this year hit .235. Pitch outside, ball 2. Right now just looking to get on base. Get something going for the Nitros here in the fourth inning. Breaking ball for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Thomas went 0 for 1 with a strikeout in the game against Arcadia at home, which was game 1 of the series. Looking to snap a mini 2-game hitless streak. And he takes strike 3, and down he goes. 5th strikeout for Castro. 1 down, and that brings up Wong. He struck out his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Wong in league play hitting .071 coming into today. With that strikeout, he's 1 for 15 with 6 Ks. Takes a pitch inside, ball 1. In non-league play, he was hitting .391, so he's really been struggling here in Pacific League action. Swings the next pitch, fouls it off. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. In fact, you take a look over the last few games, and his last hit came at Burbank. So a 4-game hitless streak coming into today. Pitch catches the corner on the outside part of the plate for strike 2. Down the count now with ball and 2 strikes. With Trent Lucerarian on deck. He had a 2-hit ball game at Northview and a 2-hit ball game versus Southgate. Pitch missing just outside. The count evens 2 balls and 2 strikes. So we've got 1 out here in the top of the fourth inning. Bulldogs on top by a score of 1-0. Trent Lucerarian is on deck. Castro into his windup, is ready and delivers. And the pitch is swung on and fouled off. So the count remains 2-2. He's a .235 hitter on the road, .261 at home. He's had a few more opportunities at home in the friendly confines of Sam Harvey Field. Breaking ball. Sends a foul ball down the third base side, just beyond the reach of Banuelos, the third baseman, giving chase, and he'll get a reprieve and get to do it again with a 2-ball, 2-strike count. 1-0 Pasadena here in the fourth inning. Game moving right along, not even an hour old yet, and we're in the fourth. Castro is ready and deals, and the pitch is swung on and fouled off, so we've got a battle going at the plate between Wong and Castro. Nitros left a runner on in the first inning, left 2 on in the third inning. So they've had some opportunity. They've left quite a few on this year. Pitch outside. The count runs full now, 3-2. So a full count now as Wong has been able to battle back from a 2-strike count to push the count to full. Castro into his windup is ready and deals, and the pitch swinging. It's fouled off third base side. That goes back out of play. So the count remains full at 3-2. So Wong climbs back into the left-handed batter's box. Castro up on the mound is ready and delivers. And the pitch got a piece of it. That got a piece of everybody. Off the bat to the umpire's left arm. And we've got a timeout as the count goes full. Remains full. Got him on the left kind of wrist area, forearm. That's going to sting. They've got a delay in the action. So again, in league play this week, you've got the Glendale-Pasadena matchup. Then you've got Burbank taking on Hoover, CV and Muir, and Burroughs-Arcadia. A couple of interesting matchups. I hear Muir has a pitcher that's pretty decent, and Muir could cause fits to somebody along the way, maybe pose the upset that ruins somebody's season. And then Arcadia should beat Burroughs twice, but you get Burroughs at home, and you never know what's going to happen. So things so far have gone status quo, but now they'll start to get a little bit more interesting when it comes to league play and league standing. So now we're ready. Here's the payoff pitch. Curveball taken high, ball 4. And Wong draws a walk, the first walk offered up by Castro here today. That brings to the point Lucerieri, and he lined out to the pitcher his first time up. So he's 0 for 1. He's a .313 hitter on the road, so he hits a lot better away from Sam Harvey Field. And he swings at the first pitch and sends a base hit into right field. The right fielder coming up, Zambrano, is going to throw to first, and they say they got him on a head-first slide. And I don't know about that play, but it's going to be a 9-3 putout as Wong goes to second. So we've got 2 down on the 9-3 putout. That brings up Titchener. He grounded up to first base his first time up. So he's 0 for 1. A .400 hitter on the road compared to 143 at home. And the pitch runs inside, ball 1. An RBI opportunity with Wong at second. He represents the game-tying run. So Trent getting a bad break there. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. On deck, Seth Hartley. So Wong at second, taking a short lead, being held on there by Green. Green trying to keep him close. There's the next pitch. Swinging, there's a ground ball towards third. A chopper. Banuelos has it, sets, fires in time, and the inning comes to a close. So 5-3 on the putout. A little bit of a bad break as the right fielder wisely came up firing on the hit off the bat of Trent and got him out at first base. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on. We head to the bottom of the fourth. 1-0 Pasadena on top. We're back after this.
Restaurant in Burbank offers the best authentic Mexican food at Flowers Talk. Jody Maroney's Sausage Kingdom in Glendale offers their world-famous gourmet of sausage sandwiches, grilled and served on their fresh-baked onion roll. Choose from a variety of delicious sandwiches off their menu, including the hot Italian, bratwurst, Polish, and chicken apple, or perhaps one of Jody Maroney's hot dogs, such as the giant Kobe beef, the Coney Island, or their Chicago style. Jody Maroney's located in the Americana on Brand Boulevard. You can also check them out on the web at jodymaroney.com. That's Jody Maroney's Sausage Kingdom, home of the hot dog. Rocket Fizz offers a wide variety of specialty, retro, and imported sodas, candy, and novelty gifts. Zots, Pop Rocks, Bazooka Bubblegum, and a whole lot more. Make a special soda gift basket for your favorite Nitro. Beat those back-to-school blues with your favorite candy. Rocket Fizz, located at 138 North Brand Boulevard, is independently owned and operated. Check them out on the web at www.facebook.com/Glendale Rocket Fizz. Rocket Fizz, come be a kid in our store.
Speed Pro Imaging specializes in larger-than-life graphics and can provide you with the highest quality graphic design and print. Services include banners, signs, posters, window displays, vehicle wraps, and a whole lot more. Their mission is to exceed your expectations. Speed Pro Imaging is located at 6106 San Fernando Road in Glendale, or you can check them out on the web at speedprolanorth.com. Speed Pro Imaging is a proud supporter of Nitros Athletics.
So we head to the bottom of the fourth inning. Pasasdena on top by a score of 1-0, and due up will be Ramirez, Moran, and Zambrano. 7, 8, and 9 in their lineup. They got their lone run back in the first inning with 2 outs. Castro had a triple. Came in to score on the base hit by Di Pasquale. And that's it. They've left 5 men on through 3 innings, have the Bulldogs. The Nitros have left 4 men on through 4 innings. Kovarik out for his 4th inning of work. 3 strikeouts, 2 walks, a run on 4 hits. First pitch swinging. There's a ground ball into center field for a base hit, and Ramirez opens things up here in the bottom of the 4th with a single. 5th hit of the ball game for the Bulldogs. That brings to the plate Nick Moran. Nick Moran was thrown out 9-6 on the fielder's choice in his last at-bat, so he's 0 for 1. He does have 1 win as a pitcher. Showing bunt, lays the bunt down first base side. It's going to be taken there by Trent, and so Trent's just going to pick up the ball, throw it to first, and you've got the out and the sacrifice down as Ramirez goes to second. So 3-4 on the putout, 1 down for the number 9 hitter, Christian Zambrano. He walked and was left at first in his first at-bat. Again, a .364 hitter coming into today. Showing bunt, commits, comes up empty, strike 1 the count. He went 2 for 3 against Hoover in their second game. Went 0 for 1 with a couple walks in the first game. Ramirez taking his lead away from second. Thomas working from the stretch. Checks the runner at second and now delivers a pitch to the plate outside. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. To the number 9 hitter in this Bulldog lineup. On deck, the leadoff hitter, Connor Terry. Ramirez with a lead, short lead at second. The pitch to the plate taken low, and the count goes to 2 balls and a strike. 1-0 Bulldogs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Pasasdena threatening with a runner at second and 1 out. The pitch in there for strike to the dismay of Zambrano. 2-2. Thomas could use a strikeout here and help his cause. Make it 2 outs with the runner still at second. There's a ground ball towards Jenks at short. He has it. He's going to go to first. Gets the out there. We've got 2 down. Advancing to third is Ramirez. And with 2 outs, runner at third, that brings up the leadoff hitter, Connor Terry. He's 0 for 2. Lined out to short and struck out. So Thomas trying to get out of this 4th inning without giving up any more runs. Terry came in hitting .278. He went 1 for 2 against Hoover and 0 for 3 against Burroughs in his last 2 outings. Swinging, pops it up. Infield, second baseman David coming in is there to make the catch, and the Nitros get out of it. So Terry pops up to the second baseman, and for the Bulldogs, no runs. There was a hit, no errors, and 1 man left on at the end of 4. It's 1-0. Bulldogs on top. Do up for the Nitros. When we come back, it will be Harley, Doe, and Edom, 8, 9, and 1 in the lineup, and we'll see what the 5th inning's like when we come back after this.
Rocket Fizz offers Jody Mar- a Royal.
You're a whole new generation. You're loving what they do. I put a Pepsi in the motion. That choice is up to you. Hey, you're the Pepsi generation. Girls are down and taste the thrill of the day. And feel the Pepsi way. Taste the thrill of the day. And feel the Pepsi way. You're a whole new generation.
So we head to the 5th inning with the score Pasasdena on top, 1-0. And you take a look at Castro. He went 7 innings against St. Anthony as his longest outing, and then he went 6 1/3 against Burroughs, and then 6 against Orange in the first game of the season. So those are the longest outings. As we move to the 5th inning, he has given up obviously no runs, pitching a shutout, 3 hits, a walk, and 5 strikeouts. Coming out for his 5th inning of work. And he'll face Harley, Doe, and Edom. Harley, got a base hit his first time up. He's 1 for 1. He had a 2-hit ball game against Foothill Tech. His lone hit's coming in that game. Castro is ready, and the pitch is over for a strike to Harley. 0-1 the count to Harley. So that snapped like a 7-8 game hitless streak. A 7-game hitless streak. I believe the next pitch was taken for strike 2. Swing and a miss, and down he goes. So Castro makes quick work of Harley for his 6th strikeout. And that brings up Andrew Doe. 0 for 1, struck out his first time up. Right-handed batter playing third base, just a sophomore. Swings at the first pitch and fouls it off. His last hit came against Summit. Had a base hit. Facing a 0-1 the count here. 250 hitter on the road, takes the next pitch low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Had a base hit at Burbank. And then a hit against Southgate. Swinging, there's a ground ball to third. Banuelos has it. Sets, fires across the diamond in time, and we've got 2 down. 5-3 on the putout, and that brings up Davin. He's 1 for 2. Single, then struck out. Singled in his last at-bat, struck out to open the ball game. Had a 3-hit ball game against Burroughs. A 2-hit ball game also against Burroughs. His Burroughs series, he went 5 for 6. And then suffered the injury and has been plagued with a hip flexor injury ever since. Got a base hit, snapping a 3-game hitless streak here. Takes the pitch low, ball 1. 1-0 the count. Aldretti on deck. He's a .467 hitter away from home. .250 at Glendale High School. Seems like the team as a whole hits better away from Sam Harvey Field. Big cut comes up empty. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Castro looking to shut down the Nitros in order here in the 5th. Here's the 1-1. Swinging, there's a 1-hopper back to Castro on the mound. He'll take it himself, and that's going to end the inning. So 1-3 on the putout. The Nitros gone in order. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. 1-0 Bulldogs. We're back after this.
that heals me. Got to see that's how I dream to be.
I dream I move,
I move.
I dream I groove. Like Mike, if I could be like Mike.
I wanna be like mine.
Like Mike, if I could be like Mike.
Be like mine.
Be like Mike.
Oh,
Be like Mike.
Yeah, I try. Just need to fly.
Just one day if I could be that way. I dream I move.
Dream I groove. Like Mike, if I could be like Mike.
wanna be like mine.
Like Mike, if I could be like Mike.
Oh, be like mine.
Like Mike, if I could be like Mike.
So we head to the bottom of the fifth inning. Bulldogs on top 1-0. Due up Green, Castro, D. Pasquale. If anyone should get on, Escobedo. Green 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Talked about it last time where he's had a couple of 2 strikeout ball games. He had 1 3 strikeout game. Trying to avoid that here today. He had a 3 strikeout game against Burroughs, leaving 3 runners on. Here's the pitch from Kovarik. Showing bunt, commits, comes up empty, strike 1 the count. 1-0, bottom of the 5th. Kovarik, he's gone 6 innings as his longest outing. That was in the 2-2 tie against Foothill Tech. Then a couple of 4 2/3 outings. Showing bunt, fouls at the plate. And so for Green, who struck out twice, trying to put the ball in play via the baby hit. And now he's facing a 0-2 count. So can Kovarik get him for the 3rd time? Left-handed batter standing in, wearing number 11. Kovarik is ready and deals. Off-speed pitch swung on, popped up, third base side foul territory. Doe coming over near the dugout, and it's off the roof of the dugout. And so for Green, he gets a reprieve. Kovarik, 4 innings pitched, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks, a run on 5 hits. Looking for his 4th strikeout here. As the pitch he wants, now he comes set. Green awaits. Here's the pitch. Swinging, there's a fly ball towards left field. Hartley is there, and he makes the catch, and Green probably a little sigh of relief he didn't strike out for the 3rd time. 1 down for Alvy Castro. He tripled and scored back in the 1st inning for the game's lone run, and then he popped up to short in the 3rd inning, so he's 1 for 2. Has a few multi-hit games. His last 3-hit game came against Summit in a 5-2 victory. Pitch runs inside, ball 1. Also had a 3-hit game. Check that. Yeah, 3-hit game against Cathedral in an 8-6 victory. And looks like about 5 2-hit games. Looking for his 2nd hit of this one. Here's the pitch from Kovarik. Swinging. It's popped up 3rd base side, but that goes back out of play. One ball, 1 strike to count. He only has 8 strikeouts on the season, with 3 of them coming in a loss to Village Christian, in a 6-4 loss. There's the next offering. Off-speed pitch taken low, 2 balls and a strike. Got 1 away here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 1-0 is the score. Pasasdena on top. Pitch taken high. 3-1. Adrian D. Pasquale on deck. There's the next offering from Kovarik. Fastball swung on, fouled off, and the count now full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. So big pitch upcoming here. Again, .93 ERA for Castro coming into today. Payoff pitch swinging. There's a ground ball towards Jenks at short. Has it. Throws to first. Not in time, and Castro's going to beat it out. 6th hit of the ball game. One out, runner at first for Adrian D. Pasquale. He is 1 for 1, single, driving in the run back in the first inning. He walked and was left at third in the third. Middle infielders drop back to double play depth. Outfield playing straight away. Came in hitting .385, did D. Pasquale, the catcher. There goes the runner. The pitch to the plate is high. The throw down to second, not in time, and a stolen base for Castro. That's his 8th stolen base, which leads the team. So an RBI opportunity now for D. Pasquale with a runner at second. Here's the pitch to the plate. Swinging. There's a fly ball towards center field. Aldretti coming in, still coming in, makes a diving attempt, can't come up with it. And that's going to mean everybody's safe as Castro goes to third on the single by D. Pasquale. Outfield struggling a bit today. So runners at the corners with one out for Hugo Escobedo. He singled his last time up and was out on the catcher's interference in the first inning that ended that first inning. Let's see if D. Pasquale is going to be on the move here from first base. Pitch taken high, ball one. The other thing, too, you have to keep an eye on is Thomas. He's got to bear down here and just focus on taking the batter and not letting anything get to him. Pitch called strike at the knees. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Got one out, so a double play would get you out of it. Maybe a 4-6-3 twin killing. Thomas takes a look at first. D. Pasquale being held on there by Lucerian. Here's the pitch to the plate. Chasing one outside. Comes up empty. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count now to Escobedo, the sophomore. Get a chance to play here today in a game that Pasadena probably thinks is a lot closer than what it should be. Pitch swinging. There's a fly ball towards left field. Harley is there. Castro's going to tag from third. Here comes a throw to the plate. Not in time. The run's going to score. Now you've got D. Pasquale going to second. The throw at second in time, and they've got him. So the sac fly by Escobedo brings home another run. That goes F7 on the putout for the sacrifice. And then D. Pasquale is thrown out at second as it goes 7-2-4. So an insurance run comes across for the Bulldogs. Castro scoring both runs. As we head to the 6th inning, it's 2-0 Pasadena as they pick up a run. They do that on 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left on. The 6th inning we go, 2-0 Pasadena. We're back after this.
Sometimes I dream that here's me. Got to see that's how I dream to be.
I dream I move,
I move.
I dream I groove. Like Mike, if I could be like Mike. I wanna be like Mike. Like Mike, if I could be like Mike.
Be like Mike.
Oh,
Be like Mike.
yeah, I try. Just need to fly.
Just one day if I could be that way. I dream I move.
Dream I groove. Like Mike, if I could be like Mike. I wanna be like Mike. Like Mike, if I could be like Mike. Oh, be like Mike. Like Mike, if I could be like Mike.
So we're to the 6th with the score 2-0 now. Pasadena on top, picking up an insurance run in that home half of the 5th inning. Due up for the Nitros, you've got Aldretti, Jenks, and Kovarik. 2, 3, and 4 in the lineup. If anyone should get on, Nolan Wong. Aldretti 0 for 2. He grounded out to third, and then he popped up to second. The right-handed batter wearing number 1. He's a .188 hitter on the road, .300 hitter at home. Had a 2-hit ball game against Burbank at home. In that second game, takes a pitch high, ball 1. Right now just called upon to get on base. Here's the next pitch from Castro. Upstairs, ball 2, 2-0. So Castro out for his 6th inning of work, has 6 strikeouts, a walk, and he's only given up, 3 hits? Showing bunt, the pitch taken over for a strike. Yeah, 3 hits. There's the next pitch. Swinging, there's a fly ball towards left field. The left fielder, Terry, is there. Makes the catch, and we've got 1 down. That brings up Darian Jenks, 1 for 2, has a single and a stolen base. He singled back in the first inning with 2 outs, and then he grounded out to short to end the 3rd. Now he's up there with 1 out, trying to get on base. Here's the pitch from Castro. Fastball taken high, ball 1. 1-0 the count. Number 16. He's hitting .250 both at home and on the road. Check swing. I don't think he went. 2-0. No swing. So they appeal the first, no swing. 2-0 the count. Castro working quickly. Throws the next one over for a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. He has 7 hits at home, 6 on the road, including the one here today. Pretty evenly split. Swinging, flares one towards the first baseman, who makes the easiest catch of his life, and Ramirez retires Jenks 2 away. So Colbert coming up, he's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. He does have 1 home run. That came against Northview. Some people in the stands behind us calling for another one. And he tried to check his swing, but he goes around. Strike 1 the count. Got a base hit at Burbank. He's a .307 hitter away from Sam Harvey Field. Swinging at the next pitch, chasing a fastball upstairs. Down the count, 0-2. So Castro looking to make quick work of the Nitros here. He's retired 7 in a row since that walk to Wong. Pitch is taken high. Ball 1. Nitros got a runner on in the 4th inning, 2 in the 3rd, and 1 in the 1st. Castro into his windup is ready. Has the delay in his delivery and delivers a pitch for a ball. Ball 2. So Kovarik with a 2-2 count awaits the pitch. Swinging. There's a line drive towards center field, and that's going to be caught by the center fielder, Moran, who comes in on a sliding catch on his knees to end the inning. So the Nitros gone in order. We head to the bottom of the 6th. 2-0 is the score. Pasadena on top, and we're back after this.
You're a whole new generation. You're loving what they do. I put a Pepsi in the motion, but that choice is up to you. Hey, you're the Pepsi generation. 'Cause I'm down and taste the thrill of the day and feel the Pepsi way. Taste the thrill of the day.
So we head to the bottom of the sixth inning. 2-0 Pasasdena on top. And due up for the Bulldogs, you've got Banuelos, Ramirez, and Moran. 6, 7, and 8 in their lineup. If anyone should get on, the number 9 hitter is Zambrano. Banuelos 0 for 2, popped up both times to the pitcher and to the third baseman. And the first pitch from Kovarik here in the inning. Fastball taken high, ball 1. Kovarik out for his 6th inning of work. He's gone 5. 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, 2 runs, 7 hits. Here's the next pitch in the dirt. 2-0. So he's gone 5 complete, second longest outing of the season for him. 6 was the longest, Foothill Tech. Pitch catches the knees for strike 1. Coming into today, he pitched in 13 1/3 innings on the road, 12 at home. So you can add the 5 here, it puts him to 18 1/3. Next pitch is outside, ball 3. The stats pretty even at home versus on the road. He did get the victory at Paramount on the road for his lone win of the season so far. Pitch at the knee, strike 2, and the count runs full now, 3 balls and 2 strikes. The Bulldogs have gotten their leadoff hitter aboard just once. That was back in the 4th inning. Left him at third base. That was Ramirez, who's on deck. And that's ball 4. And Banuelos draws the walk. Third walk offered up by Kovarik. Runner at first for Ramirez. He's 2 for 2 with 2 singles. Coming into today, he played in 8 games, had a .231 batting average. His first multi-hit. In fact, he only had 3 hits coming into today. And he's picked up almost double that here today as the first pitch catches the outside part of the plate for strike 1. 0-1 the count. Middle infielders double play depth, outfield playing straight away. Runner with his lead away from first. Being held on there by Trent. The pitch to the plate taken low. Count evens up at a ball and a strike. These two teams will match up again Friday. 3:30 start time from Sam Harvey Field on the campus of Glendale High School. Pitch runs high. 2 balls and a strike. Interesting to see if you can't go the distance, who they go with next. In a 2-0 ball game here. Things pretty close. Next pitch runs high, and the count now 3 balls and a strike. Banuelos on at first. He opened up with the walk. Has a short lead from the bag, and the pitch to the plate swinging. There's a chopper towards Jenks. That's short. He goes to second for 1. The throw to first, not in time. But they do get the lead runner at second. So 6-4 on the fielder's choice. We've got run down. And that brings up Nick Moran. He is 0 for 1. 9-6 on the fielder's choice. And then he had a sacrifice bunt his last time up. So he's 0 for 1 with a runner at first. And now Ramirez swings at the first pitch, fouls it back. Strike 1 the count. Zambrano on deck. So Moran climbing back into the right-handed batter's box. Thomas has the pitch he wants, takes a look at the runner at first, now deals to the plate, and the pitch runs high. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Moran, a .219 hitter coming into today. Go down a little bit with that 0 for 1. Only 5 RBIs. Swings at the next pitch, fouls it back, and he's down the count now, a ball and 2 strikes. "14 strikeouts on the season for Moran. He's left 23 men on base. Kovarik looking for his 4th strikeout. Count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Runner with his lead from first. Here's the pitch to the plate. Just off the mark, a bit upstairs, and the count evens up at 2. 2-2. 2-0 Pasadena here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Game clipping right along. Off-speed pitch taken low. There goes the runner on a delayed steal. The throw down to second. Daven has it, tags the runner, and he's out. So I don't know what Moran was thinking, but he tried to make a delayed steal, or check that Ramirez was thinking, but kind of a delayed steal, and Wong able to throw down to second base, and Edom covering, able to catch the ball off the bag and make the tag, and we've got 2 outs, and here's the pitch. Runs inside, ball 4, and Moran draws the walk. 4th walk offered up by Kovaric, and that brings up Zambrano. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Grounded out to short his last time up. The number 9 hitter in the lineup. So not sure what Ramirez was thinking on that delayed steal, but he's thrown out. And wisely, Wong throwing, and the middle infielders reacting to get the out. Fastball runs high. Ball 1 to Zambrano. .364 hitter coming into today with the walk. Next pitch runs high. 2-0. So Thomas 5 2/3 innings pitched on the day. 2 runs, 7 hits, 4 walks, 3 strikeouts. Looking to get out of this inning without giving up any more runs. The pitch down low. 3-0 the count. On deck, Connor Terry, the leadoff hitter. So Thomas settling in up on the mound, has the pitch he wants, takes a peek at first. Now he's ready and deals, and there's ball 4. So Moran takes second. Zambrano with the walk, back-to-back walks. That's 3 walks in the inning. 5th walk offered up by Thomas, and that's going to be it for him. So we've got a pitching change. So Thomas with a pretty good outing will have a seat, and Nate Burke will come in to pitch. We've got a pitching change. We'll take a break and come back right after this.
Cocaine to smile makes me feel good. Makes me feel nice. Have a Coke and a smile. That's the way it should be. I like to see the whole world smiling with me. Coca-Cola and Sprite. Have a Coke and a smile. A Coke and a smile. Light up the beat. Shine on me. Turn on the sun. Have a Coke and a smile. That's the way it should be. I like to see the whole world smiling with me. Coca-Cola and Sprite. Have a Coke and a smile.
I drink.
So we've got the pitching change, as you can kind of close the books on Thomas. He went 5 2/3 innings. So far, only 2 runs given up, 7 hits, 5 walks, 3 strikeouts, but 3 of those walks coming here in this 6th inning. So Nate Burke will take over. Burke on the year, he's 1-1 with an ERA of 3.64. He's appeared in 17 2/3 innings. He has 15 strikeouts, 8 walks. He's allowed 11 runs, only 9 earned on 21 hits, and hitting 2 batters. And again, he's 1-1 with an ERA of 3.64. He pitched on Friday against Arcadia, going a third of an inning, hitting a batter. All the runs that came across were credited to Trent. And he faces here runners at first and second with 2 outs for the leadoff hitter, Terry. And the pitch, a strike at the letters. Letter high fastball. Terry, he is 0 for 4. Or check that, 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Hopefully I'm prophetic. And he's 0 for 4 at the end of this at-bat. Pitch taken low. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. He lined out to short in the first. Struck out to end the second. Popped up to second baseman Daven to end the 4th inning. Curveball swung on, popped foul. That goes back out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Terry's eyes got big on that pitch, and he chased it. He's thinking to himself, what did I just go after? 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Need 1 pitch here to get out of it and send your team to the top of the inning with a chance to try to do something. Pitch taken high, 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. 2-0 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. A run across in the 1st and 1 in the 5th. Castro, the pitcher for the Bulldogs, scoring both runs. Swinging. That might dunk in. Nope, back of second base. The second baseman, Edom, there is behind the bag to make the catch, and the inning comes to a close. And for the second consecutive time, Terry will pop up to the second baseman to end an inning. So no runs, no hits, 3 walks, no errors, and 2 men left on. We go to the 7th, do or die time for the Nitros. Wong, Lucerarian, and Titchener. When we come back to the 7th, 2-0 Bulldogs. We're back after this.
You're a whole new generation. You're loving what they do. I put a Pepsi in the motion, but that choice is up to you. Hey, you're the Pepsi generation. 'Cause I'm down and taste the thrill of the day and feel the Pepsi way. Taste the thrill of the day and feel the Pepsi way. You're a whole new generation.
So to the 7th we go. Do or die time for the Nitros, trailing 2-0. And you look back at that run in the 5th inning, the all-important insurance run for the Bulldogs. So Castro looking to go the distance. He's gone 6 innings, struck out 6, walked 1, allowed 3 hits. And he will look to go the distance facing Nolan Wong. Wong is 0 for 1, struck out and walked his last time up. He was stranded at second base. Here's the pitch from Castro. Fastball waved at and missed. Strike 1 the count. He's retired 8 in a row since walking Wong, has Castro. Pitch swung on, fouled back. Looks like he's up on the mound. A little extra heat to him. Kind of looks like Orlando Diaz. Diaz pitched a no-hitter against Pasasdena a couple years ago at home in a 3-0 victory for the Nitros. And then the Nitros were won at home last year 8-3. Swinging, fouled off toward the third base dugout. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. These two teams do match up Friday at home against at Glendale High School, 3:30 start time. Have the games for you here and on Facebook Live. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Off speed, taken high, and the count goes to 2-2. So Castro trying to match his season high as far as innings pitched in a game with 7. Should he get the 3 outs here? Nitros need 2 to tie. Fastball runs high, and the count full now 3-2. Only 4 runners have reached. Swinging, that's popped up. Left side, the shortstop, the third baseman, the shortstop's calling everybody off. Green is there to make the catch, and we've got 1 down. That brings up Trent. He's 0 for 2. Lined out to the pitcher and then hit a 9-3. Hit a ball to right field. Swings at the plate, fouls it off, strike 1. Hit the ball to right field and was thrown out at first base. The right fielder, Zambrano, playing shallow. Titchener on deck. Fastball runs inside. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Everyone telling Trent to take it. They need a runner as he gets out of the way of the pitch. Next one over for strike 2. Trent down the count now, a ball and 2 strikes. Swings at the next pitch, sends it down the right field line. The right fielder coming over. And he makes the catch, and they say he's out. So Zambrano makes the catch, apparently not out of play. We lost him as he goes out of sight beyond the dugout. We've got 2 down, and that brings up Joel Leone. Leone is going to hit in place of Titchener. Joel, a left-handed batter, wearing number 25, standing in. Pitch taken low, ball 1. 1-0 the count. Leone on the season, hitting 194. Takes the next pitch high, ball 2. He has an on-base percentage of .341. He has 7 hits, 6 singles, and a double. Swings at the next pitch. 2 balls, 1 strike the count. In league, Leone hitting a .182. Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Now the Nitros down to their final strike. Castro looking to go for the complete game, get the victory in the shutout. Now he's ready. Here's the 2-2. Runs outside, ball 3, and the count runs full now. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Castro with the payoff pitch. Chased at, and down he goes, and that's the ball game. So the Nitros gone in order. The final score, Pasadena gets the victory. Your winning pitcher is Castro. He goes to 5-1 on the season. He went 7 innings, striking out 7, walking 1, allowing no runs on 3 hits. Your losing pitcher, Thomas Kovarik, he drops to 1-5 on the season. He went 5 2/3 innings, striking out 3, walking 5, allowing 7 runs. Check that, 2 runs on 7 hits. Burke went a third of an inning. For the Nitros, Davin goes 1 for 3 with a single and a strikeout. Aldretti 0 for 3. Jenks 1 for 3 with a single and a stolen base. Kovarik 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Wong goes 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a walk. Trent goes 0 for 3. Titchener 0 for 2. Leone goes 0 for 1 with the strikeout. Harley goes 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. And Doe goes 0 for 2 with a strikeout. So the Nitros drop to 3-13-1 overall, 0-7 in league play.